Hey guys, let's see if you can see me. I got a new light and it's making me look like I have creepy, scary eyes. So work with me. Welcome to tonight's Facebook Live. I know I did one earlier today. I'm gonna have to look down at y'all like this. Hey Devon, how are you? Or Devin? Thank you for joining. I have to look down on y'all so I can see without this weird look in my eyes. All right, welcome to tonight's Facebook Live. How to successfully write, market, and sell your first book. So tonight I will be joined by my co-host, Tina Greer. She will be on in just a moment with us. If you are live with us tonight, I'll give you a chance to come on in. I want to hear about your books that you're working on. And let us tell you about what we have going on as well with our upcoming Writers Retreat. So, I'm going to give everybody a chance to pop on. I hope I did this right. There we go. Hey, Cheryl Griffin, how are you? Thank you for joining. Tonight we're talking about book writing. If I have any writers in the house, let me see what topic you guys are interested in writing about. Hey, Kim, thank you for joining. For some reason, Facebook is not showing me numbers, which concerns me. Are you guys really here with me live? Let me know. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Andrika J. Austin, also known as Coach AJ for short. I help women entrepreneurs confidently convert conversations to clients' cash, checks, and credit cards. So I wanted to jump on with you guys tonight and share some book writing tips tonight with my co-host. Hey, Victor, how are you? Thank you for joining. Let's see, I reset my phone. It's charging. I think we're good to go. I'm not seeing the numbers, but I'm seeing you guys pop in. So are you guys authors? Those of you here with me tonight, are you authors or are you considering becoming an author? I know Kim is an author. Talk to me. Let me know. Hey there. Are you an author? Do you have a book? If so, what is your book about? Or what do you want to write about? We're looking for new authors. We're looking for writers for our upcoming Writers Retreat. So I'm not talking to myself. I'll give you guys a chance to jump on. Hopefully I'm showing up well enough. Let's see. All right. I think we are. Let's see. I see a little green. I see Valerie. Hey, Valerie, how are you? Are you an author, Valerie? What is your book topic or what would you like to write a book on before the end of this year? And I may have to restart this. I'm not quite sure. You guys, let me know that you can hear me and see me. And if you are an author or looking to become one for 2017, let me know. Maybe we can help you out. And forgive my light. It's making me look super creepy. I could take my glasses off. I might be able to see you guys and see what you write. Hey there. Hey, TZ Bailey. How are you, girl? Good to see ya. Are you interested in writing a book? If so, I got some news for you tonight. Hey, Brent. Hey, Tina. Come on in, girl. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on people. Where the people at tonight? We know it's late. It is a late live, but it's okay. Here we go. So I'm inviting you now. Hey, Bridget. How are you? Where are my authors at? Anyone on here tonight with us live looking to write a book this year? You guys know we only have 2.5 months left for 2018.
Okay, I'm just setting up.
Cool. I'm so jealous. Your light is so bright. I'm trying something new and it's just like, ooh,
I have my dining room light on, so this is like the best light in the house.
I got my sexy light on. That's what it is, but it's not good for like Facebook Live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't have my glasses on because it makes me look creepy with the little specks in my eyes. You see my eyes with the little light in it? No, right? So I gotta try to read without my glasses tonight.
Oh, and I need mine on because my eyes are tired.
Okay. So thank you for saying yes to tonight. I know it's last minute, but we are so passionate. We got so much we want to do. And I believe we have an assignment from above to help some people birth their books. So I'll get into some tactics that we're going to be sharing at the hashtag right now 2017 Writers Retreat. Hey, Tracy Brown, how are you, girl? We're going to go over some snippets of just some examples of the work we're going to be doing together at this year's 2017 hashtag Right Now Writers Conference in Douglasville, Georgia on Sunday, November 12th, 2017 from 2 to 8, got it right, Eastern Standard Time. And it's at a beautiful little cottage/cabin/writing lodge.
Yeah.
And we're going to be there for a 6-hour writing intensive. So tonight we're touching on what we're going to cover during the retreat. And we're also going to tell you who the retreat is for, the best people to be there. And let me go ahead and put in the comments, if you want to know what these last, 6, 7 Facebook Lives and Periscopes have been about, feel free to go back through my timeline, go back through Tina's timeline. She shared the video we did the other day,
yes,
where we're talking about our upcoming Right Now Writers Retreats. And you can find out more information at bit.ly/2017author. That means bit.ly/2017 author, because that's what you want to be, an author in 2017. So Tina, let's dive in to some of the things. Well, first let's tell them who this retreat is for.
Sure. This is, okay, we are excited to come together and to collaborate. You're actually going to get the best of both worlds. We are 2 best-selling authors, and we have helped many birth their first book. And it is our desire to help as many women as possible be able to tell their story, be able to be an impact to society, be able to even be able to kind of help themselves, empower themselves, and have the confidence, build their confidence up in knowing that individuals want to hear what they have to say. This retreat is designed for those individuals. And because of that, and you'll have the coaching from myself and AJ, is that we will take you through the process from conception of your book to all the way to the end of how to properly market and sell your book. Even as you're developing your storyline, how to pre-sell your book. So this particular retreat is designed for those individuals who have a personal story, who want to be able to let the reader know how their life or what their journey has been through impacted them today, and maybe have put them in a position of now owning a business, or of now being passionate about a certain skill or expertise. But it all stemmed from maybe their childhood. So we really want to be able to dig deep and help them explore and be very descriptive in their storyline, so they can really be able to truly impact the reader. Whoever is able, whoever purchases their book, and make an impact in their lives. So it is a God-given assignment. The way we came together to collaborate, there is a reason for everything. And this is towards the end of 2017. And 2018 is going to be amazing. And it all starts with having a proper mindset of knowing that you can do it. You can be that author. You can be that first author in your family. How about that? To where people will know you all over the world. But it starts right here, and it starts with you saying yes.
Right. So I want to give a shout out real quick. Jackie just popped on. Arinda, Brian, Edwina, Wanda, Tracy, Bridget,
hey,
Brett.
Jackie. Hey, Lula.
Ooh, I'm tired. Okay. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for joining. And do us a favor and click share real quick. If you know somebody who's looking to write a book, their first book, like Tina just said, be that first one in their family to break the generational curses of lack of knowledge. They want to hashtag leave a legacy, tag somebody, share this with them, because we're looking for 10 women writers to join us at this year's hashtag Right Now 2017 Writers Retreat in Douglasville, Georgia on Sunday, November 12th, 2017. Tonight, we're diving into just some tidbits of what we're going to be talking about, how to successfully write, sell, and market your book. So I'm trying to get us on Periscope as well. My battery only has 5% on my other phone, so good luck, but they're welcome to join us here on Facebook. Tina said it nicely. I'm going to be straight because that's who I am, and Tina knows this about me too. This conference is for non-fiction writers. If you have a Harry Potter style, fairy tale style, Peter Pan style book,
You
this
said
is not
Peter
the conference
Pan.
for you. And I say that in love. Hold on, because I got on a shirt that say love. I say that in love. Love. How you do the heart? I say it in love because we have 6 hours together. It's 2 coaches, best-selling authors, there to teach you and 10 other women or 9 other women how to write your first book, how to market it, and how to sell it. And so, Tina, and remind me of what I said because I know we just got off the phone, but we were talking about the best fit for this conference, who it's for, who it's not for, because I have a passion for helping women tell their story. As an African American woman living in today's society, I can give you so many examples of struggles that I've been through. That's why, I don't even know where my notebook is. I got stuff scattered everywhere, but I'm working on my new book now called The Boss of Me. It's called The Struggle to Success. I can share so many struggle stories, so many examples of what it looks like living on food stamps and low income, government assistance. I can give you specific examples from my life story of what a struggle to success looks like. When you write from your story, you can share examples. You can share personal stories. You can tell us what happened next. I've helped women birth their stories and it got so good and so juicy. I'm like, oh girl, what happened next? We want to help you write those types of stories because I've never written a novel. I'm not a novel writer. I'm not a storyteller in the fiction arena, so I can't help you birth a fiction book. But if you're looking to do what a lady said today, she said, AJ, I'm ready to write my testimony. If you want to write your testimony, then the hashtag Right Now 2017 Writers Retreat is for you. And I have a personal formula that I'm going to share with you that's helping me through telling my story in my new book, The Boss of Me. So I say that in love, and I say that in just straightforwardness and all bluntness. You guys know I'm real. Y'all love it when I'm transparent. Y'all email me and inbox me saying, girl, thank you for being so open. So I'm being open. And then do not come with 500 pages that you've typed out that has not been edited, because we won't have time to edit. But we promise we can share some resources for how to take that to the next level with your editing, your graphic design, and your formatting, and actually hitting publish on Amazon, on Kindle, and getting things squared away. So now that that's out of the way, you know who the Right Now Writers Retreat is for. We're still going to tell you how to successfully write, market, and sell your book, because that's what we're doing at the conference. And we'll go into detail more about that at the conference as well. So, Tina, I want to open it up to you to just kind of hit on some points now that we know who we're helping, these entrepreneurs who are ready to write that testimony.
Right. So, and I have, I might be looking down because I just jotted some notes down in regards to the ideal client that we're looking to help. And in regards to my role in the collaboration is I'm going to help you in the conceptual part of your book. I'm going to help you enhance your storyline based on what you want to write about. I will be asking pertinent questions to really pull out that information so we can help you craft your story. Information as to, you want to first and foremost know exactly what you want to write about. What is it that you're passionate about? What is your goal for writing the book? Is it to be able to educate, to be able to put your books out and for maybe the school system, or be able to help entrepreneurs, or to be able to just empower others based on your story and what you're writing about? You need to tell me what is your vision, and where do you see yourself after you've written your book? Do you see yourself on stage speaking to thousands, impacting the world? I mean, do you see yourself as being an educator, providing tips, tools, and a resource guide for others? Where do you see yourselves? Those are some of the questions I'm going to ask you to deep dive and really think about it. Thinking about your ideal clients, understanding the text structure. Is it going to be chronological? Is it going to be you have a problem, then you address a solution to the problem? Those are some of the things in regards to the structure of your writing we'll be discussing. And then also understanding what is it that you have to say in your first sentence or your first paragraph to hook the reader, to hook them in order to be able, you want them to be able to continue to read your story. But first and foremost, a good writer always knows how to hook the reader in that first segment, that first paragraph. And we'll be talking about ways based on what you are writing about, how we can hook that person to want to know more, to say, oh my God, did this really happen? Did she really say this? I need to read more. So those are
Right.
some of the tips and ways and strategies and ideals that we will be discussing further in order to help you in your writing process.
Right. So now that we know who the hashtag right now, 2017 Writers Retreat is for, you guys have the link bit.ly/2017 author. It will take place in Douglasville, Georgia on Sunday, November 12th, 2017 from 2 to 6 p.m.
2 to 8.
2 to 8 p.m. Me. Got it. Caught myself this time. So it's a 6-hour writing intensive. But when we say that, we mean that you'll have time to focus on your story, get help from some best-selling coaches. Now, I say that because I want to let you know what I'm going to be adding to the punch with Tina. So let me show you this. This is what I was looking for earlier. This is what I've been at Starbucks doing today. Editing this book, The Boss of Me. And so in it, I'm sharing my story. So like Tina just said, you know, when you start your story, you, number one, want to be engaging. Number two, you want to spark the reader's interest to say, did that really happen? So I'm looking for a sample of my story that I always tell, but in a nutshell, about 11 years ago, I had 2 corporate jobs downsized, and I became homeless, and I was sleeping on the floors and couches of family and friends. And then about 9 years ago, as I was leaving divorce court and walking down the hallway, I got a phone call, and it was my cousin telling me that my mother had just passed. So here I am standing in the courthouse of downtown Decatur, Georgia, looking up at the sky like, God, what do you want me to do with my life? To be continued at the Writers Conference, okay? So this is what I travel and I speak about. This is what's in the beginning of my book. I open with that story, and then I go into detail as to how that story led me to exactly where I am today. So those are some of the things that we're covering at the Writers Retreat. Again, bit.ly/2017 author. We're talking about the whole writing process, what it takes, because as we mentioned earlier in several of, I know I've said it several times, writing is not easy, especially when you're doing it by yourself. So we're coming in as your business besties, your writing coaches, your business bros, your accountability partners, your book buddies, all that. And we're here for you because we know what it's like to write. I told y'all my story several times of sitting in my basement for 90 days, typing out on a desktop computer, before I had a laptop, before all the internet technology, and I'm typing in gloves on a desktop in the middle of winter. Just me, about to lose my mind. And that first book was only 40 pages. And then my coach had the nerve to get the book in her hand and say, next time I want this double. And I'm like, do you know what it took to get 40 pages? I thought I was doing something. But she didn't know the struggle. She wasn't an author. But the ironic part was she sat on the Board of Education. So that was ironic. But just to know that people were waiting on my book and that I made it through it, but not without losing hair. That's why I'm short now, because my hair started falling out. I've been through some things. I've been stressed out, and I know what it's like. That's why we want to open up this space and hold the space for people who want to write their first books. Like we mentioned earlier, it's not for the fiction writers. It's for people who want to come tell the stories like I just shared, because you've lived it. Even if it's from your client's perspective, you want to tell the stories of your clients, the people that you've seen overcome some things. We have a structure and a strategy that I'll be sharing as to how to pull it out of the what happened next and then what, and why your readers should even care that you're telling their story, plus how that could potentially lead to some writing opportunities, some speaking opportunities, some interviews, some podcasts. We're tying all of that in together. So we wanted to jump on and let you know who the conference was for. You can get more information, bit.ly/2017 author, because that's what you'll be after this retreat. Y'all know if you have questions, I'm available in the inbox via email. Tina told me tonight I live on Facebook Messenger. You can even call me on Facebook Messenger. I may or may not answer, depending on who you are. But we're always available to answer these questions that you may have about writing that book. So later this week, I'm jumping on several calls because y'all have been in my inbox confessing like, girl, God has been on me to get this book done, and I think you're the one to help me.
So let us help you take it to the next level. That's what the writing retreat is about. So we're going over, like Tina mentioned, developing your story, your content, who your book is for, why the people should care, why they should buy it. I'm covering your marketing magic, like press releases, interviews, speaking, creating coaching programs, all from your book. And I'm speaking from experience because I've done all of this. So what would you add?
Well, what I would add is the willingness to show up and do the work. You have to do the work. I mean,
Right.
And we won't leave you, after that intensive. It's not like we just go away. We're here to offer our services for you to continue through that process to get it done, because I do find that a lot of individuals, once they start, they're excited, they're ready to go, but then life happens. And it is our job as coaches is to be that accountability partner to make sure things get done because we know what your goal is. We know what your vision is because you shared it with us. And it is our job to make sure that happens. So all of the thoughts in your mind, we're going to put from pen to paper, and then it will come into fruition with an accountability partner such as myself and AJ to help you continue to push on to get it done. I always think I'm really some people say I'm kind of stern when I'm coaching, but it's the goal of getting it done. Meet those deadlines, those milestones, because it's what you said you wanted to do, and I'm here to make sure you get it done.
Right. And Tina, you the nice one. You think I told a lady today, she called, she was asking questions. I said, you better make sure you ready. She said, what am I getting into? I said, you better go ask Jesus about me. He'll tell you. My daughter is on assignment. She's here to help you birth some things. And TZ will tell you, I don't play, girl. So TZ is saying, you ladies have motivated me to focus more on my writing goals. We have so many people with writing goals, and a lady was in my inbox about 2 nights ago after our Facebook Live, and she said, I just came upon y'all. That's when you and I did it together, Tina. Okay. And she said, I'm listening in, and she knows me from growing up together. She is a little younger than me. And so she said, AJ, I want to write my book. I'm young. I have a story to tell, but I don't know if people will listen to me. What are your thoughts on something like that, Tina?
Oh, my goodness. That's the thing about the self-confidence that you need. I always talk about having a right mindset. And what needs to occur right there is a mindset shift. Knowing that you are very gifted, you're talented, and your story is not for you. It's for somebody else. So don't keep your story captive. Take the eye out of it and say, wow, who can I help by writing my story, by telling my testimony? Because I went through a test. It was a reason why you went through that test, and that is to help somebody else. So if you get in the mindset of knowing that, get fear out the way, do it afraid, but you have a testimony to help someone else, to be of a greater value to someone else, that should give you the confidence to tell your story. And you're going to be in an environment. I mean, the location is very it's a very good environment for you to be able to open up, to be comfortable, to be relaxed in telling your story, and also just being around like-minded individuals that will be doing exactly the same thing. So I think that everything is already set up. All we need for you to do is just to show up.
Show up. Hallelujah, somebody. Anika, everyone keeps telling me that, but some things are so painful. Girl, let me tell you what I heard a pastor say. He said the things that take you 10 years to live, God is going to bring you to the point where you can tell that story in 10 seconds.
Wow.
Did you hear me tell a story of divorce and death on the same day? It did not take me 10 seconds to live that. But I've been so healed and so delivered because I started to share that story that now I can talk about it and I smile. And now I have to remember that my listening audience hasn't heard it. So I have to pause and let them respond. And everybody's head go to the side when I talk about my mom. And everybody says, oh, when I talk about the divorce. So I have to give them time to respond because I've had time to heal and get over it. But now I can tell that story so quick. And then the writing, I heard another writer coach said, when you write that story, she said, put you on some India Aubrey, get you a glass of wine and write. Tell that story. So for me, it's Jill Scott. and I have coffee. I probably don't need none because I'm hyped anyway. But you sit and you write. I was just sitting at Starbucks and I was amazed at how many chapters of my story that I just edited in like an hour, all because I had me some, and it wasn't even caffeinated. What did I have? A white hot chocolate tonight with some dulce de leche. Oh my God. I brought some home. I don't need to drink it before I go to bed. But get your favorite drink, put on your favorite inspirational music, and get that story out. If you gotta cry, cry. If you gotta live that moment, live that moment. Because like Tina just said, your story is not for you. You already lived it. Right. And you survived to tell it. You know, in the Bible, when they tell, you know, the war stories and somebody ran back to tell the people, and then he might have died when he got there, but he lived to tell the story. So you're here to tell a testimony. Like Tina said, it is a testimony. So it's time to testify. Let me ask you this, Anika. Are you more afraid to tell that painful story, or are you more afraid to die with that story still inside? And then you get to heaven and God say, why didn't you share what I allowed you to survive? That's where you have to ask yourself. Because as Tina has said repeatedly, this story is not for you. This is for your legacy. Because when you write a book and when you go on home to heaven, that book is still going to be here. And there's going to be a little Anika Jr., little AJ, that needs to hear that story. So yes, it's painful. It hurts. I see the trend on Facebook. Everybody's doing the Me Too stories about how they've been molested and sexually abused and assaulted. It's a story that now is a testimony, and it's time to tell, because there are other Me Toos out there who needs to hear what you've been through. What else would you add to that, Tina?
Wow, you said it. You said it all. I mean, I think that just sharing and knowing that they are in a good environment to write and to share their story, it's just a point of them, you know, allowing us to coach them through the process, to not be afraid, you know, to really step up and own it, and then move forward. You know, sometimes it's baggage is holding them back, and it's time to release that baggage in 2017 and move forward to new ideals, new revelations in 2018, new opportunities, just by sharing your story.
Right. And see, now y'all playing with Jesus, because you're the second person. One lady called me today. She said, AJ, God has been dealing with me about this book. And he's waiting on me. And I said, I'm glad you started with that, because a lot of people say, oh, I'm waiting on God, but God is just waiting on us. Anika just said, wow, God told me to do it while I was fasting. Now you're playing with Jesus. That's my homie. Like you are holding your story back that you survived. So if God is telling you to do this, and you have two coaches here saying it's time, there's nothing that should be stopping you. Because if he told you to do it, I got a scripture on my wall right now, which you guys can see. It's in gold and black, cursive, beautiful letters saying, where God guides, he provides. So it can't be the price. The price is only $197, and we have a 2-pay payment plan. That $197 goes away in about a week on October 27th. So you got to October 27th to say yes or to miss your opportunity. And let me tell you something else we do as sisters. I'm going to speak as a Black woman. We got an issue with putting our stories and our ideas out there, and when we look up, somebody else has implemented that story and that idea. You can't get mad. You can't get an attitude, because like you said, God told you to put it out there and you did not obey. So you either take advantage of what's in front of you or you miss out. And it doesn't have to be our writer's retreat, but get that book out. We told you who this retreat is for. I'm sharing my story. I'm telling y'all how I did it. There's no excuse. So I'm going to leave that between you and Jesus. I'm definitely going to be praying with you, though, tonight, Anika, about getting that story out, because I know it's not easy. But at some point, it has to stop becoming painful and start make money off that pain. You know, heal. Let that money help you heal from that pain. I go thrift store shopping off my book money. You know, I take clients to lunch off that book money. So let it support the lifestyle that you adore. Let your pain serve a purpose. Don't let it be.
I like that.
Yes. So I want to share that, because the Right Now Writers Retreat, again, you guys can get information at bit.ly/2017 author. It's coming up. We don't have long. I just realized, Tina, we're like counting down.
Yes.
And I was talking to a lady today, and I'm like, oh, it's less than 30 days away. You know, we got to get on it. So if this is the year right now, and it's funny to say if this is the year, because we got 2.5 months left. But if this is the year that you said, I'm finally ready to write that book. I'm ready to share my story. God ain't playing with me. He keep letting opportunities show up like this, because I know this ain't your first time having an opportunity to work with some writers. But if you're ready to tell the story to someone who's waiting to hear, regardless of your age, regardless of what you've been through, if you need help with where to start at bit.ly/2017 author, bit.ly/2017 author, because you're a 2017 author. We're going to decree that. And then if you're a writer who has started writing, I have met authors that have been in the process for 3 years, for 6 years. I teach my clients how to write their first book in 24 hours. Yes, 24 hours, whether you do an hour a day for 24 days, an hour a week for 24 weeks, or whether this time tomorrow you have a manuscript out, it's possible. So it doesn't take all that I'm waiting. One lady said, she said, I'm an inspirational writer and I'm writing an inspirational book and I'm looking and waiting for inspiration. I said, well, I guess you go wait it to be inspired, because time does not wait. Like, what type of inspiration you want? And sometimes it takes life-threatening incidences for people to feel the inspiration to move forward and do what they know God has already told them to do. So I invite you guys to head over to bit.ly/2017 author, because the good news is this has been an initiative put in place by President Barack Obama in 2017, where he declared November the month of entrepreneurs. So we're honoring women entrepreneurs by helping you guys birth your story and get it out there. So it's myself and Miss Tina Greer of tinagreer.com, and you guys can get more information over at bit.ly/2017 author. I don't want to give away all the goods, but I do want to say, I'm forgetting something else, but I do want to say that as a bonus, I've decided today, until our early bird ends on October 27th, I'm giving you my writers program for free as a part of you signing up early. So my writers program is $700. You get it for free for only signing up for the $197 early bird ticket. Now, let me tell you, in the writers program, I teach you about being accountable, how to write, what that process looks like. You get all that before the conference, because Tina mentioned earlier something else on our call. Y'all come with homework done, you know, so you're going to have some pre-assignment. You're getting this as a bonus from me to you to say, girl, there is no excuse. So it's a 7-part, 7-step process. It's an audio program, and I'm literally walking you through what it takes to write your book. So, Tina, I know it's late. If you got to jump off, that's cool. I wanted to hang out a little bit more and see if anyone had questions about writing their first book, about marketing their first book, about selling their first book, and what could potentially come out of it. I also want to invite y'all to scroll back through my Facebook feed. Look at the last video I did that talks about how I made $13,000 off of just my last book, and I'm a 8-time author now. But that one video got over 600 views in 24 hours because people want to know how to make money off their book. I shared some tips, but y'all think that's good. I'm giving you all the secrets as to what to do to show up and get noticed and become known and get people on board with you after you write your book, but before it's released. So if you want those secrets, bit.ly/2017 author. It's in the comments. bit.ly/2017 author. So, Tina, what's your final closing words as we wrap up tonight's Facebook Live?
Wow, it's been an amazing day. We're getting great comments and feedback. We just need individuals to move forward. Move forward and go ahead and sign up. You just heard some phenomenal, surprising information. A step-by-step process to get you started. So when you get to the retreat, you will have some type of content in hand in order for us to develop it even more. So I'm excited to be able to be a part of this program, to co-host with AJ, and it's just going to be amazing. So don't sit on the fence. It's time to act now. Get off the fence and act now. So that's my time for tonight. Thanks for having me on, and I know I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for being there. Like we said, we give the information, but it doesn't mean people are going to implement it. So by the time they get to the retreat, regardless of what they've done before, they're going to be ready for us. So thank you again for saying yes. Thank you for these late night Facebooks. Maybe we'll get an earlier time at some point, but I appreciate you being here. So I'm going to hang out for a few more seconds, guys, and answer questions. Have a great night, Tina. Thank you again.
Bye, guys.
Guys, so what questions do you have with me?
Let's see, we had Latasha show up. Anika, thank you for sharing your story. I appreciate you being so honest and so transparent. Hey, Kiki, how are you? Olivia, thanks for joining. Marilyn, Anika, I'm ready. I'm waiting on you, girl. Are you ready to tell your story? Hey, Jamal. Hey, Dana Jackson, how are you, girl? Hey, Janelle. Shayla, thanks for joining. TZ, I'm so glad you're inspired to keep writing. I pray that you do. As you guys know, I'm available via email. I'm aj@thebossof.me. You can also send me an inbox if you have any questions about writing, marketing, and or selling your first book. We're looking for new authors. You guys saw the title, #Writers Wanted. So if you're like Anika, and if you're like me and the women that I meet that God has laid it on your spirit, it's time to get that book out. Let's do so before 2018 gets here, and do like Tina mentioned in a previous Facebook Live, where you give yourself the gift of your first book. Imagine your loved ones unwrapping your work of art that you spent a full day writing in that intensive. So guys, it's late. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my evening. I pray that you do too. Again, I'm aj@thebossof.me if you have questions, or in my inbox. I am Andrika J. Austin, founder of thebossof.me, host of the #Right Now 2017 Writers Retreat. I'll leave you with this. There is someone somewhere waiting on you to walk in your destiny so they can walk in theirs. Because it's when you let your light shine that you give others permission to do the same. Until we meet again, my Facebook friends, if you guys come up with any other questions, feel free to put them in the comments, put them in my inbox, or put them in my email. Until we meet again, my friends, you guys have a great night. I'm Andrika J. Austin. Love you. Good night.